How's it going, everybody? The San Diego Padres make a move this morning, and this is a move that, well, I have a major opinion on. But before we get started, if you are yet to hit that subscribe button, I highly recommend you do so. Same thing with that like button, like 76% of you guys have not done already. Let's talk about this move because I am not the biggest fan of this. The Padres signed Michael Wacha to a deal. That's all we know. The deal's unknown. How many years is unknown. How much money is unknown. And don't get me wrong. Yeah, that's like, oh, whatever. It could be, for $1 million. Obviously not. He's going to get more than $1 million. But, hey, at the end of the day, most likely this puts us over 273. So we're in the next tax threshold, which is not a good sign. I mean, is Michael Wacha really the guy you want to sign to put you into the next tax threshold? I don't know. I don't know how much the counterintuitive option, which would be, signing Cole Hamels to get you innings. I don't know how much that would have cost us. Unsure. But hey, let's talk a little bit about Michael Wacha. When Michael Wacha came up, this guy was supposed to be the heir to Adam Wainwright's throne. It didn't work out that way. He was very solid his rookie campaign in 2013. Obviously, he didn't pitch that many innings. Looking at it right now, 64 innings. In 2014, he was just kind of, he was still good. He just added more innings, and then he added more innings in 2015, and his ERA just continued to inflate. And as soon as he got to the point of 2016 till basically last year, Michael Wacha was inconsistently a mess, to be honest with you. And I'm looking at his numbers right now, and, nothing's insanely impressive here. You look at it. Okay, he had a good year in 2018. Then 2019, he had almost a 5 ERA. 2020, yes, he only pitched 34 innings. He had a 6.7 ERA. All right, you look at 2021, 5 ERA and 124 innings. Then 2022 comes around and he just dials that magic in. He's inconsistently good. 2022, 127 innings pitched, not that many innings. Would like to see more from a guy that we're kind of looking at to be an innings eater. 3.32 ERA. He started 23 games, pretty solid. He threw a complete game. It was a shutout as well. It really wasn't that bad. But Fangraphs just doesn't believe in this guy. And I get it. Fangraphs, just all projections. Obviously, it's based on numbers. But I don't believe in this guy either. I'm going to be honest. I think Cole Hamels may actually have been a better option. Kind of a crazy thought. I mean, Cole Hamels is 2 years removed from baseball, and I think he could have been maybe a better option. Looking at the projections, this is what I want to talk about. Out of the 4 to 5 projections that Fangraphs has open, they have him pitching between 126 to 159 innings and having an ERA of a minimum of 4.44. Now, if you give him the Petco effect, good defense, we'll say 4.2, 4.0 is a minimum. Now he goes all the way up, keep in mind, to a 4.75 on one of the projections. That's just really not good. Like, this guy's supposed to be our 4-starter. We're going to have to get someone at the deadline, to be completely honest with you. And you sit there and go, well, this guy can be an innings eater for us. He can't. You look at his numbers, 1 year. He pitched 180 innings. 1 year he pitched 165. And the rest he never went over 130. So he's been in the league since 2013. He had 2 years where he pitched 130 range at most. It's just not good. I'm sorry. I'm looking at it. 2 years where he won, 3 years. And keep in mind, those 3 years were 2015. They were 2016 and 2017. He hasn't met that criteria since. His innings are way down, and for a guy that we need to be an innings eater, because let's be honest, we can't trust Seth Lugo, I don't like it. I really don't. Not to mention his savant page is pretty mediocre looking. He has a decent pitch mix, and you talk about teams that are, progressively looking at pitchers that are, not well established, but rather have the upside. The Rays and the Red Sox are exactly in that mix. I don't know how the Mets really fall into that, the 2020 Mets, but the 2021 Rays, of course, they're always looking for arms like that. And the Red Sox with Chaim Bloom have kind of gone to that point. I just don't like this signing. I think there was not any better options, don't get me wrong, but I just think we should have made a move earlier. I think Johnny Cueto would have been a better fit. I think there's plenty of other better fits, but all we got to say is he is a Padre. There's nothing we can do about it. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, if for some reason we signed him, I don't know, less than $5 million, I would be fine with it, whatever. But if it is what his projected Fangraphs money was going to be, 2 years, $20 million, I would be sick. Don't get me wrong, I'd be sick. But the Padres just have this habit, and I don't know if it's because we're in San Diego and we have the California state tax where we have to overpay guys to come here. I hope that's not the case with Michael Wacha. I really hope it's not. But really just, I don't feel overly impressed by this guy, but he can do a job. He can do a job. We are just literally doing like those DIY home videos where they put the ramen on, they sand down the ramen, and then they paint over it to fix the wall. That's what we're doing when we really need to put drywall, new drywall on there. You know, you need someone that we can count on for more than this year, obviously for the starting rotation, but we'll say at least this year. And I don't know if I can count on Michael Wacha. I don't know. I definitely don't think I can count on Seth Lugo. I don't know how much I can count on Nick Martinez as a starter. I think Lugo and Martinez in the bullpen will be as good as it gets come playoff time. That's a great move in terms of that. But you still need a fourth starter in the playoffs. We know very well. Look at what happened when we put Mike Clevenger in the playoffs. Terrible. That's going to wrap up my rant on this video and kind of my feeling. I'm going to end this by grading the signings. That's just what I want to do nowadays. And I'm going to give this a D+ to C-. It's hard to really grade it based on not knowing how many years and the money. But hey, if it's below, you know, if it's 1 year, $5 million, I'll go B-. But if it's anything more than that, it's probably going to be a D+, C-, in my opinion. That's going to wrap up the video, guys. If you're yet to hit that subscribe button, I highly recommend you do so. Same thing with that like button. I'll see you all in a video very, very soon. Peace.
Sometimes I like to poke the bear. Did I poke you the other day when I say the Padres Padres?
Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy now, baby? They've been slaying us all year, but you know, here we are.
That's what we're talking about.
Going to the championship series.